Hello, this afternoon I'm going to show you the installation of some carpeting in a floor that either has been altered or a car that doesn't necessarily have molded carpeting available. This particular car is a 47 Chevrolet, but this hopefully will give you a few tips on what to do and some things you might run into, make it easier for you as you go. I won't make you watch me crawl around in here and do this. I can show you what I did do, tell you what I did run into. The carpeting was advertised as just like came in your car. Maybe not. It's a little thin. I'll show you what I've got here. If you can see this, it looks pretty good once you get it down. It's not bad to work with, but it's a little thinner than what a stock would have been. The jute backing, I got it from Eckler. It's a good quality product, pretty easy to work with. I would recommend a good heavy pair of scissors to cut the carpeting with, or you get a lot of little balls off the edge from it, like that, and some of the stringy stuff coming off, so you have to be careful on that. The utility knife works a lot better on the jute backing. In the car itself, it lays out here pretty well. You just got to take your time, work it in. I use this spray adhesive. I found this to work real well. If you can see that, you can get this at Lowe's or Home Depot, and I use it sparingly. You don't want to glue the whole thing down, every square inch of it, but in the places where it's critical that it hold, it gives a good hold. Spray it on, give it a few minutes to get a little tacky, push your carpet down, and it stays pretty well. Something I learned was, every time you have some type of a hump or change of direction, if you give a little here, you got to take a little somewhere else, and you tend to get some little ripples in it. You'll see a few, but those will come out of it as I get the door sills in and once I get the seat bases down. But on the back here, I doubled up on the jute backing. So here, there's two thicknesses of it. There's none on the hump, which diminished this hump pretty substantially and made it a whole lot easier to work this down in. Back here, I just rolled it right straight up. There's a couple little puckers there by the transition that you can see where it went, but the seat base will come out over that and hide that, so that won't be an issue. Something else I did on the loose ends, of course, you always overcut. If you cut it too small, you're going to get to start all over with a new piece. I just put some duct tape on there to help that edge as I'm crawling in and out not to fray and create an issue. Ultimately, when that gets done, you can see the jute backing there. I'll fold this under, and the door sill will go on that and make a nice clean finish. But in the meantime, that duct tape helps keep it out of the way. Over here in the middle, my master cylinder is underneath the floorboard, so I needed to maintain access for that. I just made a little metal plate to go around it. I used the spray adhesive up to a point on this carpet section so that I can get to those two access screws, fold that back down in, kind of tuck it in a little bit, but if I need access, it's hinged back here, and you can open that up. Once I get the seat base in and some floor mats, you'll never see that, but I thought it came out pretty well, and it gives me access to master cylinder as needed. Over here, just depending on what you got, I've got a console. This is the mounting bolt that the console sits down over. If you've got a shifter, depending on what you've got that goes there in the middle, you'll want to be cautious. With my console coming well either side of that, wasn't too critical how this hole was, just as long as it fit down on there. let everything either side of it lay down pretty good. Of course, I should mention, always put down the mat for insulation and sound under your jute backing. It's self-adhesive. The jute backing, most of it is, I used to spray adhesive around the edges. I did not use it in the middle. It wasn't necessary, and that gave me a little room if I needed to scoot something a little bit as I was working it to get it done. I'll show you one last piece here that I had made. I don't even know whether door sills were available for a 47 Chevy or what came on it. I haven't really looked into it. Had these made. Just measured it the length I needed. It is standard diamond plate stuff. I had it bent 2 inches and 3/4 inch down, and it lays in here. I'll set this up here, I think, so you can see. Once we get this done, fold this up under, then this will lay in here on top of it. I'll put mounting screws here, and so as not to, if you try to put a screw through this carpeting, it will grab a piece of it and put you a runner clear across there. So don't do that. Once I get my holes marked, I'm going to come along. I don't know that it's been done this way before, but you know, my backyard version, I'm going to put grommets in here. I'll drill the holes, lay this in place, mark where they are, put a grommet in the carpet. Then when you put your screw down through, you don't have to worry about ruining your carpeting. That's a few of the tips that I hope are helpful to you. As I get further along, maybe I'll show you a few more videos. Obviously you can see those doors that were on it, and the carpeting that was in it was just about as ugly as those doors. So maybe my next video will be door panels, but I hope this helps you, saves you some headaches somewhere along the way, and good luck with your project.